In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make a very simple name generator in Python. To start, we got to go to a separate names.py folder rather than our main.py as per usual. And we're going to say first names, and then we're going to make it a list. And then we're going to say last names. We're going to make that a separate list. Now, in order to do this nicely, we realistically have to have like thousands of first names and thousands of last names. I'm just going to make like some simple ones. Perfect. So we got our first names and we got our last names. If you want, you could like get ChatGPT to just generate you 10,000 of them, or you could find some sort of list online. But for now, that's fine. And now we can just go to main and we can import names. So that's just going to give us our names here. Just remember that you need to use the file name and the import name. So let's make a class and let's call it person. And it's going to have an initialization. And the initialization just needs to take in the first name and the last name. Or actually, it should take in the names list and then the last names list. And it's going to say that self.name is equal to names list. And we actually have to get the random out of that. So let's go up here and let's say import random. And make sure to put self into our initialization. And we'll say self.name equals random.choice names list. So choice just takes one of the items of that list. And then self.lastName equals random.choice. And we're just going to take the last names list. Awesome. And now what if we want to print the name? Let's say make a new function for that, call in our self, because that just lets us take in all of the self dot variables and just put it into this definition here. And we'll print, and make sure to use an F here so we can have nice formatting. And we say, hi, my name is, we put in our first name, so self.name, and then we put in our last name, self.lastName. Awesome. So we have a simple person here, and all we have to do whenever we want to make a new person is we just say person, and we give the names list, that's names dot first names, and then names dot last names. Awesome. But we probably want to actually do something with this. So let's say person1 equals that. And we're just going to say dot print name. So as this function right here, it's just going to create it, and then it's just going to call this function. Let's press F5 to see if this actually works. And it's going to say, hi, my name is Bob Jackson. Alrighty. If we press F5 again, it should be a totally new name, Bill Johnson. Alrighty. Now, maybe you wanted to have actually a huge list of people. So let's make people, and they're going to equal person. And let's actually make a new function that generates a person. And we're going to make it so that it just does this for you. So it just returns this. And so now we don't have to say person1 equals all this stuff. We can just say person1 equals gen person. We're not going to do that though. We're just going to make people. And we will just say people equals a new list. And there's actually a shortcut you can do that's very nice. You can say gen person for I in range 10. So this is just going to call this function 10 times. If you want to read this like actual English, then you could say for every time that there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, for all of those numbers, just call this function. Now, if we say for I in people, I dot print name, we can say F5, and it's going to print all the different names. Bailey Jackson, Bob Jade, etc. Oh, and one thing you need to do is you actually need to get rid of this print name here. And now if we press F5, then it'll print out all the names and it'll show us that we have all these different references to a whole bunch of objects. This might look kind of confusing, but all this is giving you is really just a reference. This is the idea of the object, which Python already has made for you, and it's just referencing it. So you don't really have to worry about this list that's right here. All you need to worry about is that you can actually use this list to call print name, or really any function you want. So yeah, that's basically how you make a name generator in Python. Thanks for watching.